So I'm here with Craig Martin after the 2-0 home defeat against Marlow. So Craig, what are your thoughts on today's game?
Yeah, I think we're a bit unlucky, if I'm honest. It was a tough game, obviously, with events that have happened this week, and I'll come on maybe to talk about that a little bit later. But yeah, it was what we expected, wasn't it? Marlow are a good side. They're not in the playoffs for no reason. They're big, they're strong, they're physical, and they're functional, and they do a good job. I thought, to be honest, the first half was very even. I didn't think there was an awful lot in it. It didn't help that obviously our centre-half, James Scott, had to go off injured, which meant I had to bring myself on and drop our central midfield player into centre-half. But up to that point, if anything, I thought we were the better side. I thought Danilo out on the left caused them all sorts of problems. He got numerous shots off and the keeper had to make some good saves. I thought Brett Stanley's quality of his delivery was exceptional in the first half, and we let ourselves down really at half time or just before half time. They won a cheap free kick from us and we didn't organise ourselves well enough, and the fives crept in, and I don't know if he's got a touch. I think it's ricocheted off his back and gone in, but it's one of those ones where you bend it to the back stick and hope no one gets a touch, and if no one does, then the keeper probably misses it, and that's exactly what happened. And we come in at half time and we found ourselves 1-0 down, and they're desperate to win the game. You know, they're going downhill in the first half. They're absolutely desperate to win the game. And we've come out for the second half, and I absolutely cannot fault the lads at all. They've given absolutely everything in that second half, and we've boxed them in, we've penned them in, we've done a really good job. The first 10 minutes of the half, I thought, again, we were excellent. I thought great quality in terms of our delivery. Stolen a couple of half chances, and the keepers had to work hard again. And then, unfortunately, our holding midfield players gone off for some treatment. While he's gone off, they've played a 1-2 in the middle of the area, in the middle of the park, and they've got to the edge of the area, and they've played the striker through. I can't think who it was, and he started it past Pricey, who's got a foot to it but can't do enough to see it out. And you find yourself 2-0 down, and it's an uphill battle from there. But again, the lads were absolutely sensational with their effort and their work rate and their graft, and we kept going right to the very end. There was a couple of sendings off late on in the game, and I didn't think the game was a dirty game necessarily. It was maybe a bit niggly, but it certainly wasn't a game where it needed to have 2 red cards. I think, I don't know, I think maybe on a different day they would have been yellows. Maybe not the second one. The second one was a bad tackle, but possibly the first one on another day could have been a yellow. And yeah, unfortunately we come away 2-0 with a 2-0 defeat. But as I say, I can't fault the lads at all. Like, they were magnificent today.
And very pleasing to see Mitch Parker play a full 90 minutes today. Superb performance from him. Archie Fawcett making his debut at left back, played 85 minutes, and also the introduction of Matt Arnold making his debut at this level. That must be very pleasing today.
Yeah, everyone knows the situation at the club at the moment off the pitch, and for Mitch Parker again to get through 90 minutes is brilliant, and he had a really good game. He did very well, and you know, young Archie Fawcett at left back started his first Southern League game today, and again I couldn't be any more proud for him from the management team. And Matt Arnold to get his first few minutes at the Southern League, you know, it's a massive thing for a young lad. So yeah, I'm delighted for all of them. You know, I've said to them, we need to stick together, we need to be a squad, and that's exactly what they've been.
And one final thing, you mentioned earlier the events of this week. Would you like to make a comment on the management change?
Yeah, I would, in all fairness. I don't normally obviously do the interviews. That's I've always left to the gaffer to do that, and he's still the gaffer in my head. Look, from me and all the players at the club, we wish him the absolute best. I'm delighted that he's taken over Winchester City. I think it's a new challenge for him, and I think he'll do an amazing job. He's done an absolute sensational job here over the last 6 years. He's not only kept Fleet in the league, but he's built on that season after season after season, and you know, it won't happen, but he deserves a bloody statue at this club, out in the car park. But he's done an absolutely magnificent job, and each and every one of us, from the management all the way through to every single player, wishes him absolutely all the best, and hope that he goes on to bigger and better things.
Totally agree with that. And the next game at Calthorpe Park in the league is the visit of league champions by then. In fact, I think they drew today, but if they've got 3 points, they are league champions now. Royston Town coming here in a fortnight's time, who by then should be on their way to the Southern Premier League. Thank you.